How are you guys? Welcome back to Wargaming China. And today it's the 23rd of February 1938, and we're with the 125th Division of the 54th Corps of the 22nd Army Group. And we are on positions near Liangzi Dan. And what we're looking at is the Japanese drive on Xuzhou, or the Xuzhou campaign that will develop into the Battle of Taiyuan. But it's all part of the larger battle of Wuhan. So what we're looking at is the right flank of the 22nd Army's defense around on the approaches to Tianxian. It's the first line of resistance, and on the right of the railway track we'll find the 45th Corps, and on the left of the railway track we'll find the 41st Corps. Now, just a quick reminder of the military situation itself. Xuzhou, the capital of the headquarters of Lai Zongren's 5th Army Group, is being attacked by the Japanese in a pincer movement, and this consists of, from the north is the 10th Infantry Division under General Isugai. From the northeast is the 5th Infantry Division under Sashiro, Itagaki Yashiro, and in the south is the 13th Infantry Division under General Rippei Ogisu, and they are pushing from the north and the south along the Tianjin-Bukou Railway. So the Japanese are advancing, and from the northeast. So let's have a look again, because last time I was saying that there might be some discrepancy as to how I'm interpreting the commanders of each division, which is quite important. So again, I'm going from the work of Terence Coe, and the 22nd Army Group, according to my understanding, is commanded by General Sun Jiang. It consists of the 41st Corps and the 45th Corps. The 41st Corps is commanded by Sun Jiang, and it consists of the 122nd Division, commanded by General Wang Mingjiang, and the 124th Infantry Division, commanded by General Xu Tai-Qing. The 45th Corps is commanded by Chen Dingzun, and it consists of the 125th Division, commanded by Wang Shaijun, and the 127th Division by Chen Lai. Now, the Japanese, last time we were with these forces, we were north of Zhocheng City, although I kept saying Jaihe for some reason, and we were around about the base area of the 10th Army, now of the 10th Division, Japanese 10th Division. Now since then the Japanese 10th Division has pushed south, and on its right flank, the Japanese right flank, they have advanced and driven one division, the 127th, out of Jinin, and they've captured Jinin and Jiaxiang County. Then they would advance further south, and this is the opposition they faced at Liangzi Dan. There's a station here And as I said, it's not much of a station, but as I said, the Chinese are defending on the right, to the right and the left of the tracks. The terrain here is a bit hilly, a bit rocky, and there's going to be and I've got to add some forest in here, so this table will change again, because I've got to add some trees and some stumps to timber, clumps of woods, and I'm going to look now at so Xuzhou, he split his division into two detachments, and the detachments of the Seya the Seya Detachment of his 10th Division will be advancing down this track, and it would appear from the maps that they would attack this line of the 125th from both the right and the left flank. They are pushing down the railway tracks. It's very easy to interpret Chinese dispositions as always stacking along the railway tracks, but there's not really much choice, because there's not many roads in China. Supply lines epoxy, and you just have to do it. As the Chinese had no choice but to do it. However, here in the coming battles, the Chinese eastern flank is secured by forests, by marshes and bog that on the far side of which is the Grand Canal. Now these marshes and bogs drain out into Lake Shan, and but they are very effective flank protection screen for the Chinese. So this is how, even though they are stacking their forces along the railway tracks, if the terrain allows it, they can still, because the great fear is always to be outmaneuvered and outflanked and encircled and enveloped by the Japanese. But sometimes the terrain allows the Chinese to build up forces, because they know that the terrain will guard their flanks. It's a very common feature of the war. You have to look at the geography of this war. When the Chinese strike, it's always because some geographical feature is helping them in some way screen their flank or one part of their army. Sorry for that. So let's look at Seya's detachment. So the 10th Division split into, as I said, Xuzhou split his command into two detachments. Now the Seya Detachment, which we're dealing with today, as I said, it would attack here in two parts, the right and the left flank, but it would consist of the 33rd Infantry Brigade, which is two infantry regiments, the 10th and the 63rd. Then it consisted of the 10th Artillery Regiment, which was 34 Type 38 75mm field guns. Then it had the 2nd Heavy Artillery Regiment, and that had 24 Type 4 150mm howitzers. Then there was an ad hoc artillery regiment of 6 Type 38 75mm field guns and 6 Type 41 75mm regimental guns. And then there was a mountain gun regiment of 12 Type 4 150mm howitzers. Add to that the 10th Independent Machine Gun Battalion, which in rapid fire terms is 3 companies of 2 machine guns each, and the and 2 independent tankette companies, each of 17 Type 94 tankettes. So 34 tanks in all, and over 80 pieces of artillery. It's a very strong force that Seya is attacking with. Now, in a lot of Chinese in a lot of Chinese descriptions of the 20th Division, of the 10th Division and the Seya Detachment, they are called elite. And I think this is just something that's lost in translation. Um, elite here, they are elite and they are expected to have a lot because they have so much artillery. So in Chinese vernacular, that would make the unit elite. But as far as training goes, this is it's a regular Japanese infantry formation. However, as I said, the Chinese historians interpret this division as being elite, and I cannot deny that it was a crack division, crack formation. But as to elite, I don't know. I will say how they play. As I said, this is the first line of defense. And Wang Shaijun's 125th Infantry Division are holding the line here. And I'm going to, during this game, I'm going to attack with, hang on. I'm going to play the left. I'll be attacking one infantry regiment, backed up by on table 75mm Type 38s, 75mm Type 41s, and 75mm mountain guns. I'll also be fielding 3 tankettes, half of Seya's armoured strength, and engineering units, and in the form of a bulldozer and a Sumida, my scratch-built Sumida railway armoured car, which will be towing a wagon of engineers. Now, I'm going to be fielding a full company of Japanese engineers, which would be, usually I'd field half companies of 8 figures each, but for this time I'll field the full company. The Chinese have anti-tank ditches dug, and for the first time in a very long time, the Chinese forces of the 22nd Army Group all have ammunition, plenty of grenades. They reinvigorated, and suicide tactics are going to be a feature of this battle, because these Sichuan troops now of the 22nd Army will put up fanatical resistance, and to reflect that on the wargaming table, I will be using suicide tactics en masse. And as I said, this line, the first line held for about a week, and it was under extreme duress by the time, by the time it had almost been annihilated, 125th Division, by the time it pulled back. And then the Japanese were to face the second line of resistance. Now, I don't want to go into this much more, it's gone on longer than I wanted, but I'm going to try to play this today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you press like. Just another quick look around the table. Subscribe if you like. As I said, I'm gonna treat this as maybe a 8 to 10 turn game, and I'm going to treat the Chinese as fanatical, as I said, the Chinese have been, all Chinese strength here now is probably about 19,000 men. So the division, if you look at the division the army group starting off with 36,000 men, it's nearly at 50% strength. And the coming fighting around Tengxian County will annihilate this division. It will have to be reformed, but that's another story. We'll annihilate this army group, and the army group will be reformed, but under a different name. That's it for now. Press like, hit subscribe. See ya.